Hi, I'm Shell, and as you can see I'm not in the woods today. It's a bit gloomy and it's a bit grim, so I thought today we could do a little bit of craft. So I'm going to show you how we make a little Tinder pouch. You can buy them in the shops, but I think it's much better if you learn how to make one. I'm going to show you how to do a leather one, and then we're going to go on and I'll show you different kinds of things that you can have. It doesn't specifically have to be leather. Okay, so what you need is you'll need a piece of leather, which you'll get in any craft shop, any reject shop. You can use an old sofa if you've got an old leather sofa you want rid of, leather jacket, anything like that. All you need is a square. We're going to create a circle like we have on here, and to get the circle you could have it, we want it to be at least about 15 centimetres, something like that. And if you have a plate or a dish. So once you've got your circle and you've cut it out, I just cut this out with scissors. You need to punch your holes in. Now I have a tool like this, which has got obviously different widths for your holes. If you're using leather lace like I've got here, then obviously you'll need a big hole. If you haven't got one of these tools, a pair of scissors to make a hole with, a screwdriver where you can just hammer in, just as long as you get a little hole in through your leather, just so that you can weave your cord through. This one here that I made for Paul, as you can see, this one's a bigger one. Once I've put all the holes in, I punched it through, and then all I did use was just a leather lace, which you can get anywhere, shoe shops, eBay, anywhere like that, Amazon. What I did for Paul's was, as I thread it through, we had some Viking beads that we had left over of our Viking weekend. So all I did was I interlocked them through and then put a toggle on the end. So basically what you want to do is thread it through, and then you're going to be pulling it tight, so you're making a little bag. And then on here we've got this little toggle just to tighten it up so that it can secure it. And then on this one here, this one's just got a little tighten lock, which you just press and pull like that one. There's lots of variations. This one's a little one that's pulled it through the top, but this one obviously requires more stitching, so that one's a little bit more next stage level, I would say. So this one, which was bought, came from Shark Tinderbox at Helen at Beaver Bushcraft, and as you can see, it's beautiful. This has got also, so that's the next level, this one, and that's also leather lace at the top with holes through, but this one's properly stitched. Right, this is one it's in progress. So all it is I bought a square piece of leather like this. I got this from eBay for £10. It's oxblood leather, all old and crinkly. So what I thought I'd do on this one is make a pouch bag like this. Could also go out on the night time with it. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you, is I have to just to line it up. This one is very, very simple. You get your tool, you place it through your leather, click, and hopefully that's gone through on both sides. Yeah, it has. And what you need to do is then put the holes all the way down the side and all the way down this side. Okay, and then we're going to stitch it. So on this one I've got thin leather lace, because I'm going to do this one a different way to these bags. So we need our second pair of eyes. I'm going to pull it through. Cut this. stitch it over. Pull your needle through. You will need a thick needle with a big eye. Pull it through to the end. I'm using a double just for a bit of extra, and all I'm doing is weaving it through. Don't worry about it being neat and tidy. The craft police aren't going to come and judge you. This is for your own use. And we're just going to weave it in and out. Oh. Like so. Okay, I'll carry this on. I'll bring you back once I've done this. Right, I've brought you back. As you can see, I've sewn the edges over there with this thin, very thin leather stitching. Very rustic, it's not neat, so don't worry, there's not going to be nobody coming to judge you. This is for your own little bag. I've rustically just tied it up in knots at the top. Obviously this one's nearer the edge. When you're doing your pouch, if you're doing a round one, if you make it 1 centimetre in before you punch your holes, just so that you've got that little bit of, so you can gather it at the top. Whereas this one, it doesn't need that much. Right, so I'm just going to finish this off. I've already put 2 little holes in the top with this punch. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to tie a leather lace, which is like this. I've picked the same colour as me leather. It's 126 centimetres long leather lace. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a little toggle which I kindly got from Mr. Scooty. Any links for anything that I've mentioned I will put in the description. I'm going to thread this through this hole, push it up, and then at the top here I've put in 2 more holes, so I'm going to thread these through. If I go, yeah, I'm just going to tie a little knot. Like that. Bring down my toggle. And then all I'm simply going to do is just wrap it over. Bring it round the toggle and tie. Or whichever way you want to do. It's entirely up to you. You don't need a toggle. You could just simply take it round the bag and just tie it at the back. You can use wooden beads. I've got these little charm things which we bought for Vikings. Anything you've got lying around the house, or button, or just have it simple. And that's another little leather pouch to our collection, as I love me leather. Bags, that is. Okay, so they're the leather goods. Also, what you can make is, I made this little hessian bag which can go over your shoulder. So this is for your tinder, and then this can be for any little sticks or anything else that you want to buy. So basically this is just made out of a sack, hessian sack, and all I've done is I stitched it this time with twine like this. This I just plaited, it's just a thicker twine, that's all, and I plaited this, made it to the length I needed, and again put a little toggle on just to hash through like so. And if you want some bigger, this one also goes over your shoulder, and this one's got an old kilt pin and just a bit of detail because I like me bit bling. And all I did for this one was, this was a full sack. I folded it in half, stitched the bottom so it gathered, and then folded this over so you've got no raw edge, because the thing is with this, it does fray, so you need to make sure that you try and keep as much of the full sack as you can before you cut it. And then all I did for that one is again thicker twine, plaited it and then stitched it on with this stroke. Ideally they can use some jute, burlap stuff. This would make a good handle. And also, I dare say, some tea towels. So what I would do in this case is, I would make this into a square. So by folding that over, you've then got the flap. If I do it this way, because I want to do like so. You'd have this side. So once you've got your square, as so, join the two together. Stitch up the sides, and again add a handle. You can take it off an old bag. Just put 2 loops and use a handle off an old bag to add to your bag. So that too could go like that. Just clip it on if you don't want to make one. So that's my simple ideas of just making a foraging bag. Right guys, thanks for watching. I hope it's been interesting and you've enjoyed it. If there's any comments that you want to ask about anything, then just leave them down below. I'll get back to you. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. It means so much and I'm so pleased it's got off on its little journey. I hope you'll stick with us. I'm going to cover lots of other different things. Don't worry, it's not all crafty stuff. We're going to try and get out in the woods next time and hopefully cover tarps and shelters and stuff. Little bits of other craft that we could be doing, as I'll show you this macrame light as I've got here at the side. Also we could be doing wood carving, which might need medics, but otherwise thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, I think it's down on that side, comment and like my video. Thanks a lot guys, see you soon, bye.